Hello, my name is Lindy Cowling, and for anyone watching this that hasn't seen any of my work before, welcome to my channel. I also have a website, www.lindycowling.co.uk, which will illustrate some of the services I offer, and also tell you a little bit about my 15-year background as a therapist, healer, hypnotherapist, psychic, medium, clairvoyant, and as someone who has been in the middle of a twin flame union and is part of the twin flame template, ascension template. So welcome to my channel. Again, if you haven't seen any of my work before, I talk always from experience, first-hand experience, living embodiment. So I only talk about energy that I've worked with, that I've been through, that I've experienced directly, or that I'm dealing with within clients worldwide, because I do a huge amount of international work. When I'm talking, often I will hesitate and look away from camera, but that's because I'm talking from my heart, so my head doesn't monitor what I'm saying, and an element of what I do is partially, I suppose you would call it partially channeling. Not that I'm hearing input outside of me, but I'm tapping in directly to source within me. So I'm coming from that element. So today's topic, I'm calling this video today Ascensionary Soulmates. So New Age Soulmates, the Ascensionary Soulmates. Now, for the last 3 to 4 months, in the course of my work, I'm being consistently asked by clients, consistently asked by people, and there seems to be the demand for the labeling of divine connections through love, what you would call personal relationships, so potentially romantic relationships. There's been this demand to give a name to connections that are happening that are not twin flames, but that are most definitely spiritual and soul connections, a connection that happens on the level of the spirit, so spirit and soul down, physical last. Now, it must have been at least 4 months ago, I was even, I was asking my own guides, what I call the guides upstairs, what can we call this? Because myself and people like Gold Ray Twin Flames and others have been calling these new partnerships to come divine partnerships, divine connections, and I kept repeatedly saying on camera and radio, oh, we haven't got a name for them yet. And the answer I got from my own knowing and also my guides was that was intentional. This thing of human beings insisting on labeling everything was actually getting in the way, and that's very much happened with the twin flame template as well. Everybody and his dog is calling every connection that's metaphysical a twin flame. We've been over this 1,000 times. There's only a tiny percentage of connections that are anything to do with the twin flame union or twin flame template, but because it's now become the new name, the new level of awareness, which is a great thing, to have a new level of awareness, but everybody's just calling every connection now a twin flame. Oh, it's a twin flame. The dog smiled at me, it must be a twin flame. It's got a bit crazy. So I really do avoid labeling things unless there is absolute clarity on something from somebody or within me. I try and avoid labeling because I think that gets in the way, but it became apparent just about it's been building up over the last 3 or 4 months, but it really became apparent to me 3 or 4 days ago that they're actually human beings. Humans need to hear, they need to put something, to understand it, there needs to be words for it, they need to have some term, some form of reference. And I was trying to explain this to about 3 clients last week, and I was explaining to them that they, you know, the connection they have were profound and you could feel it, beautiful connections that were very, very, you know, very high. I'm always saying there's no hierarchy to love. And you can feel and hear the disappointment in someone if they're not sure if it's a twin flame, but it's still a high connection, you know, and there just seems to be this need to call it something. And then it just came to me, Ascensionary soulmates. What do I mean by Ascensionary soulmates? In the course of my work in the last few months particularly, what I've become aware of is there is this very, very close frequency to twin flames. Very close. What do I mean by frequency? The level of vibration at which the connection is at in spirit and soul. There is a sound that can be heard and then felt. I'm not saying it can be heard and felt by everyone. I was already clairaudient long before I was doing soul work, long before I had a twin flame connection. I was already clairaudient, which means my information comes in beyond the level of hearing through my ear. Paranormal, if you like, information. One of the abilities I've been left with, apart from coming into my heart as a result of that experience, and as a result of going through the ascension process and into my heart, is that I can hear and now feel the frequency of soul connections. So like someone doing a normal reading, like a medium clairvoyant, because I'm a medium clairvoyant as well, a normal reading for someone, they will read on a different level, like tuning to a different radio station. I'm not just able to tune to that radio station anymore. I can feel and hear. It's the hearing. I hear it first and then it comes through as a feeling beyond the level of the ear, what level these connections are likely to be at. So I can feel a mile off what a twin flame sound is, and I can feel it. I can feel what we call the old-fashioned soulmate connection is. I can feel what a catalyst is. I can feel what the darker element is. I can feel what the divine end of the spectrum is. I've been through all those experiences, which has obviously helped me to be able to feel and discern it now. And I've become aware just in the last few months, but it's gotten more and more so, that there's a new, very shiny, brand new connection come in without all the history to it. It's so hard for me to explain. I can feel the stuff that goes with people around their energy field, their old belief systems, their old programming, the baggage, everything that goes with them. But there's something very new happening now. There's a shiny, I call it shiny new, brand new, where you can feel people, even if they've been interacting for some time with somebody, it's very different. And I've been explaining it, you know, and I've only just used that term in the last, I think it was the last client I spoke to in the week, where I said, look, I'm gonna bring one out called Ascensionary Soulmates, where the connection is extraordinarily high, and there are some metaphysical symptoms, not that many, not as many as you see with twin flames, genuine twin flames, but there are metaphysical symptoms. It's a spirit connection, a soul connection, massive life-changing connection, very beautiful, but there is all the potential there for much more harmony and radiance than what I had been seeing worldwide in a lot of the other twin flame scenario. That would be a tiny % of genuine twin flames, and a lot of people that are in embroiled in other spirit soul connections on all various ends of the frequency. This is different. This is something that seems to have the potential and the harmony and everything there that soulmates have, the old third dimensionary soulmates, but it's all shiny brand new. So I guess somebody had to give it a name, and I'm going to call them Ascensionary soulmates, because they are those that have transitioned, their energy is transitioned upwards into the highest expression of who they are. So in layman's terms, they've gone into their heart. They are really tapping into the true being they are. Doesn't mean to say that all of these come together, but some of them have. But you can feel where the energy's at, and I'm not picking up this runner chaser thing, any of that. In these particular Ascensionary soulmate connections, it all feels much more gentle, and you can feel and see and hear what you would call the relationship potential in it. It's there, and you know, it makes me so excited, because this is what Twin Flames came in to do, to put the groundwork down so that we would see these hatch out like little chicks, you know, that we would see this start to happen. And I'm definitely starting to see this and hear this happening, and it's lovely. I call it the shiny new energy, and this is not just for people that are coming together as couples or have met that way. I know people in my personal life that suddenly their energy has gone all shiny brand new, and it's not, and what's happened is all the old templates fell away. They've done a lot of personal work on themselves, and effectively they've ascended into who they truly are. And suddenly it's all brand new, and they're actually in the energy of creation. So it's very, very exciting. And I really felt I had to say this on camera today, because I felt like I was in a way forced to give a name to it, because people are expecting it, and almost people are disappointed if you can't name this extraordinary thing that's happening. And somehow they have it in their head that if you don't call it the twin flame name, and yet it's as high, if not even more so than that, then it's less than. And of course it's not. And it's a magical, wonderful thing. So I'm going to refer to it, just like I called a disruptor energy, I'm going to call this what I'm starting to see through clients and experience with clients, and starting to see in people on all variations now. I'm going to call them Ascensionary soulmates. And for those of them that aren't doing that dance with a partner, like I say, I've seen it in people that are single as well. They've come into this shiny brand new energy. It's the energy of creation, and it's the energy of connecting with everyone and everything from a higher level than they've ever done before. And I wouldn't even say they're trying at it. It's an evolutionary process. It's a step that's happened, and it's happening to thousands and thousands of people on this planet, if not millions, you know. And so that's an exciting thing. It almost makes me track back to a video I did beyond the twin flame union. There is more beyond the twin flame union. Twin flames are here, were here, and exist as a connection of service, a masculine and feminine expression of energy in a connection of service. And part of that mission was to lay down this template so this would start to happen. So it's exciting. It is actually beyond the twin flame union. It's wonderful to see it happening. I think of them like little chicks hatching out of eggs. It's lovely. Makes me go all motherly and excited over them. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say, and anyone who needs to contact me for sessions, please contact me via email. And I don't have anything until May, because I'm booked up for March, and then I'm taking a short break in April to do some things. So it'll be May. Please email me if you want to make any bookings. Anyway, I will love you and leave you, and till next time, till we meet again. Thank you very much, and thank you for listening and watching. Bye bye.